Okay, good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk about what I'm eating today, which is a giant piece of meat. And I want to talk about it because for the majority of my life, I have been feeling extreme guilt for eating the flesh of other animals. And I have thought about it a lot. I have tried to be a vegetarian many times, and having a chronic illness makes that impossible for me to do in a healthful way for myself. So I have to participate in the meat industry because also I am at a lower income tier in my area, and I don't have the money to buy the protein that I need. Ideally in a ethically sourced way every single time. I can't do it. And I can't do it for myself because I have a lot of people to feed. I have a big family, right? I have 4 children that have been in various states of growth for my entire adult life. I became a mother at 19 and I'm still feeding 3 of them, okay? So we need meat. We just do. But what's it like to be a Buddhist who eats meat? It was really difficult for a long time because when I first tried to be a vegetarian, I was in my early teens, and I made it for about a year. And my way of being a vegetarian was to eat extremely healthfully, but just not enough. And I can recognize now, looking back, because vegetables are very hard on my system, I just reduced drastically the amount that I ate, and so I was very thin at those years, and I was also working a very physical job in my later teens, and so all the times that I tried to be vegetarian, I just physically couldn't do it. And after either a couple of months or a year, or the longest was maybe 2 or 3 years in my young adulthood, that I went without any meat protein. And tofu doesn't sit well with me, so I can't replace it with that. And yeah, anyway, when my arthritis started to flare up, and that was in my mid-20s, like my hands started to become very inflamed and very sore, and all the joints in my fingers move a lot. And so there's a particular kind of EDS that's inherited. It's a recessive inherited gene, and it affects the extremities, and I have that. I know I have that. I have not been seen by a geneticist, but I understand from looking at my grandparents that I received this EDS gift from them. Both of them had features. 2 grandparents on 2 different sides of my family tree had features. Strong, dramatic features that would lead me to believe that they had EDS as well, or a precursor, maybe something, not the full-blown syndrome, but some genetics leading up to it. So EDS is a collagen disorder. The genes that synthesize the protein, the genes that have the recipe, okay? Genes are the recipe. And then the stuff that we eat are the ingredients. And my body takes normal ingredients and puts them together in a kind of wonky little way, its own little unique, super stretchy way. And yeah, it doesn't work very well and it breaks down. So I need a lot of it. I need to consume a lot of the basic ingredients, meaning a lot of protein. I need tons of protein because my body constantly is in a state of injury and has to repair the tissues which need protein to do. So it's really that simple. I can't be a vegetarian. I can't. And a lot of vegetarians that I have spoken to don't believe me. They think I'm a carnivore making excuses for myself. They think I don't understand the impact of particularly the beef industry on the planet. But I'll let you know that the roast beef that I am making today is the first roast beef of that size and that caliber that I have ever made for my family. And I'm going to feed 13 people today. And then I'm going to have leftovers, and we're going to eat them some more. Another 5 people are going to eat pretty much all week on this. And that's worth it. It's worth it. They're growing. They're growing. And I need to repair myself. And it's important to feed oneself what one needs. Which means that one day I will be able to afford ethically sourced beef. But this one came from the supermarket. And I'm aware. And I'm aware of the sentience of the animal, and I am aware of the suffering of the life of the animal. And I am grateful, because without that piece of meat, I would not be able to repair my body properly. I wouldn't be functional in this world. One day I'll tell you how many times I've sprained my ankles, and how many times I've put out my back, and how many times X, Y, and Z has happened to me, right? Okay, so if you're eating some meat today, enjoy it. Eat it. Eat it with awareness, and eat it with love and gratitude. Okay, bye.